How is everybody doing today? Fantastic. So you want to get yourself a coffee roaster, but you realize that they're not cheap at all for a halfway decent one. Guess what? I've got a coupon for you. And as far as I know, the manufacturer tells me I'm the only one that has a coupon for this machine right here. So what are we going to do today? We are going to roast us up some coffee. And then also, if you guys want to get this machine for yourself, just go right on down to the description box, click the link, use the code, and there you go. You got yourself a discount on this machine. So right now it's currently set up. We have the chimney pipe going over here just to go outside steaming. So you can run with the smokestack on top of there. I don't do it. I just run it up here with that. Just run it right there and it goes on out. And now let's get us some coffee. We are going to be roasting from Papua New Guinea today. First things first is we need to weigh out. We need two hands. Oh man, so strong, so strong, so strong. All right. We need 350 grams of beans into here. As you see, we already got that on. Alright, perfect. Ish. Pick up our small beans that we have here. Now what I do is I pour them out on this tray and I look for defects. So, let's get this all flattened out. And then I'll bring you back after I had the defects in this cup. So there we go. Here's our defects that I pulled out. Almost added them back in. And to be honest, I don't even know why I call them defects other than they just look stupid compared to everything else. So there's probably more, but as we learn, we'll figure that out. Like as I was looking right here, this guy, there's like it almost looks slightly bluish, which makes me think there's some kind of mold. Alright, so now we have our beans out. We still have to prep them a little bit, but what I want to do is we'll just refer to this. Ours are natural, right? And I want a medium, but I don't want to use the medium setting, so I'm going to use the light, but put it into assistant mode. So there we go. We'll get this preheated up. Alright. Now while that's preheating, what I do is I take a little bit of water and I spray it directly on top of my beans. Just like that. Give them a little flip and a mix on themselves. We'll give them one more little mist. I don't know why I want to pull them out, but I did, so here they are. And then we'll give them a little bit of a mist. And what that'll do is that'll slow down our roast. And that's what I personally like to do. So now, take it, collapse her up like that. There we go. Now we are going to wait for us to get up to temperature. See, it's at 64. Oh man, that's a bad glare. It's a 74 and we need to get her up to 200. So I will see you guys when this gets brought up to temperature. We got our roaster arm in there going. Also, while this is heating up, I wanted to take the time to say that this company is amazing. I had a few issues that were my fault. They were my fault. In the maintenance of this, you have to take this cover off and then remove 6 screws. I lost 2 of the screws, right? I could not find information on what the screw sizes were, so I reached out to them, and guess what? They sent me back this. Now, it's not as good as an Explode schematic, but from that, I can absolutely get the screws that I need. They have sent me a replacement, and hopefully they will put a bag of bolts on sale for their store. That way, if you happen to run into the same situation I do, you can just go on and buy them, which is a beautiful thing to do. So, I just wanted to make a mention of that every time I've reached out to this company, they have absolutely responded back to me in a timely manner and worked amazingly with me. They have translated everything to English, so I am very happy with working with this company, which is why I asked them if I could make this video and then also give a coupon to you guys. I don't want to earn nothing back from this coupon, so this is no benefit to me. This is just to you guys, and a thank you for this company for putting out an amazing product, because I absolutely love it. So we'll see you guys when it gets back, or it gets up to temperature, and then we'll continue. Alright, when this gets brought up to temperature to preheat, what will happen is it will stay in the hold period, I think for 5 to 15 minutes. So as you see, it's just maintaining our preheated temperature. So now what I'm going to do is just add our beans. Very simple. But I'm trying to do it in a way so you can see, which won't be simple. So now that we dropped our beans, we got to put it in assistant mode. Whoa. To put it in assistant mode, all you got to do is double tap. There we go. And we are in assistant mode. Now just stand by, pay attention, make sure nothing goes absolutely wrong, horribly wrong. And then I'm really not going to do anything with this until this gets to around the 8-minute mark. Then I'm going to come back and we'll take a gander. So, yeah, just stay close by and make sure nothing catastrophic happens at this point, which it shouldn't. Alright, so now we're at the 8-minute and 24-second mark. And what I've learned in my short time roasting is that you really want to get the drying out phase nailed down, right? The point of me adding the water is speculation, because I'm new to this, alright? So I have a natural bean that is dried out. When I roast that without water, out of a pound, I might get 4 or 5 beans that are completely black charred, and they kind of ruin the profile of the entire batch. So adding water slows down the drying out phase before we actually get to roasting. And then what I feel like I've learned is that since I've started adding water, I get more uniformity of this, as opposed to previously when I wasn't adding water. I would have already had a burnt bean in there by now. So adding the water has ultimately slowed down the drying phase, which makes it take longer to get to the roasting phase, which better protects the flavor at the end. That's all speculation. I honestly have no idea. I'm trying to learn this, but that's just some things that I've learned in the short amount of time since I've done it. And here, And this is why we run the chimney right up here to the door, is because I'm telling you, if you're running that inside the house, even if you have the purifier on it, it will smell up your entire house. Now, everybody likes the smell of coffee that drinks coffee, but I don't think you understand what your entire house smelling like coffee for days is. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's some popping going on, which tells me that we have hit the first crack. Alright, so now the fan speed should have kicked up. I think it has. I think it was on 70 before. Now it's kicked up to 85 or 75. Alright, so everything's going good so far. No catastrophic failures. We're at first crack. Our temperature's at 190. It will bring it up to 200. And that's where it will stop the roast essentially. But then we can, well, it'll stop the automatic part, because with it being in assistant mode, we control it by actually dropping the beans out. Let's give it a little gander on the dry. Oh, we lost one. See, that's just nice and uniform. Now, if you also notice in the center of that bean right there, that's very hot. Jesus Christ. That's super hot. Fucker. Ow, fuck. Ow. So that little bean right there, I like that little thing right there in the middle. I like to cook it till that meat, god damn, this is so hot. Till that burns off. Roast off. Alright, I ain't messing with that no more. You'll see what I'm talking about on some other beans that we pull out. And this is also where I get a little overzealous. I think I check it too much, but I don't. That's because I don't know what I'm doing. But ultimately, the coffee tastes good, so that's all I care about. Timer's still going, counting up, which tells you that it's still in the automatic profile. Once drop it down. Not as much room in that window anymore now, is there? And that's because these beans expand as they roast. Which is why it's important you don't overload the machine. It says it's 500 grams. I've only ran between 3 and 400. I haven't exceeded 400 gram batches yet. And I've been thankful for it. Bring you guys back up because we should be coming down to the end of the timer. As you see some of the beans in there, you'll see some of the white lines in the middle of them. There you go, one went by.
Another one went by. I try to get most of them out.
And that's how I kind of judge my roast as to when it is complete. We'll try it on a close-up. Look at them beans. So we still got some chaff in the middle. Can you hear it cracking? So we're starting to get close to second crack if we're not in it already. We really roasting now, chuffing out some smoke. Love it. Alright, so check it out. Our timer stopped at 426, which means technically our roast is done on the profile. So now it comes into preference. Remember? We're trying to get, I don't see any of those beans with those cracks in them. So now we'll actually dump our beans. See that? There you go. We have everything set to cold. Cold. Cool. Once my last bean drops out, we'll close this up. Good enough. Have one extra bean fall out. So now, we'll let the cold cycle run. I'll pull out the center piece and the top piece like that. And then this is also the time that I get my chaff collected. Chaff bag. And let's see how much chaff we got out of this one. Look at that. Now that's going straight into my plant substrate. And also my fungus substrate. And use that in the place of vermiculite. No, it's not a 1-for-1, so you still need the vermiculite. Alright, so now at about this time, and we're going to keep this going in real time because it's important that you do this at the frequency that we're doing it, or else you can still ruin your beans. So you need to, about every 20 to 30 seconds, come in here and stir this up. So keep stirring it because we don't want this to continue roasting. We want to cool it down as quick as possible during this phase, right? So we stir it up, we close it, we let it run for 20 to 30 seconds. Now watch this. This is our temperature inside the roaster, which you absolutely cannot see because of the goddamn glare. There we go. Now, of course, why would it stay focused on that? I need you to stay there. Thank you. Why? Alright, so we have it locked on that. Sorry the lighting got bad just now, but it's kind of important that we do it so you can see how it's actually dropping down. Same thing, open it up, stir up our beans. Alright, just like this. Try to keep them in the hopper, not out of the hopper. And then also make sure you get your corners too, that's important. Alright, same thing. Now watch temperature. You want that to run through to at least 60 for the machine. When it gets down to 81, 80, 81, that's normally when I'll start putting everything back in so I don't forget it. Alright, so I'm going to turn it off. There we go. We were 5 degrees away, so that's okay. So what I'd like to do now, I get my bowl and a syringe. Oh, we got crackhead coffee 101. What the fuck? It's coffee. What the hell do you need a syringe for on coffee, guys? What the hell are we watching? I thought we were watching somebody who knows how to make coffee. Is that a fucking syringe? What the hell? So we try to get it all into the bowl. There we go. Now we have all of our beans in the bowl. We have to put the hopper back in. Like such. Alright. Now why do we have a syringe? You need it. I'll be right back so you can see a little better. Since Santa Claus is a mushroom trick, figured it out by a guy drinking deer piss. That's why you eat the yellow snow. Some Santa's Christmas for the mushroom man. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my syringe and I'm going to pull out 10 mils. And then we're going to sit there and we're going to inject it all around our beans just like that. Look at that. Alright. We get our little poker. And we just stir it all up until these beans are all covered. He's using too small of a bowl with too many beans with a stick. How does he ever expect to make coffee that's worth anything? That even tastes halfway decent? I mean, just look at it. Looks like it's almost burnt high hell. Keep stirring her up. You'll know when your sides are good because they'll start clumping so far together that those jumpers like that won't really happen. Man, does this smell good. Alright. So now, all we need to do is let it dry out. We'll let all of this oil that is on these beans dry out, and then we can bag it up. Man, this smells good. Kind of smells like the Wawa holiday blend. Alright. So let's let this dry in, soak into the beans, see what it needs to do. And then I will see you guys once we are ready to bag these up. Alright, so now we're back, and beans are good. Lighting sucks. I'll take them, load them all up into my bag, and then when my bag is full, what's left over, I'll actually brew up right now. So let me get this in there, and then I will see you guys when we are brewing. So now at this point, this is how I like to brew my coffee. I keep the carafe out until all of that blooms, and then I put the carafe in to actually collect it. So once all of this fills up a little bit more with water, mainly that cluster right there, that'll be when I drop my coffee into the pot. So now at this point, I'll take my carafe, and I'll drop it in, and I'll actually start collecting my coffee. I'll see you guys when it's time to drink it. Alright, so here we are. Have us a nice pot of coffee brewed. Y'all will say, you like it too fucking weak. I feel you. I actually enjoy my coffee to have a little bit of flavor. The lighter the roast, the more caffeine you have. Not a lot of people understand that either. So, give it a... Tastes like Christmas, I guess, and it's at this point in time I'd like to thank you for your time. It's all we have, it doesn't exist. Much love, stay chubby, and don't forget,
be sure to bring a towel so you don't get all wet.
And since I've been transparent with you guys from the beginning, I fucked up on adding the flavor. It absolutely does not taste like Christmas. So, I'll be honest with you. It's a good coffee. I'll drink the shit out of it. Don't get me wrong. But it's not what I was expecting. And I know that's my fault. You want to know how I know? There was oil on the beans. That means that if there was a little bit of oil on the beans when it came out of roasting, I took it too far. So, I fucked it up. But now you know. Have a great day. Bye! One more thing before I let you guys go. I made a Snickers one, and the Snickers one actually tastes really fucking good. It tastes like a Snickers. And I'm sitting here thinking about why this one may not have turned out so well, and I really do think I need to take it to a lighter roast. Because I think I don't know, that's just what I think. So give me your input. I'm trying to learn this shit, friends. And the only way to learn is to keep roasting and keep trying. So if you have any input, I'm all ears. Just I'll ask you not to be a dick, but if you're going to be a dick, I get it. Everybody can be what they want. Welcome to the fucking world.